Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network. Mike and Dom with you here on the call for the Dirt Slingers Monday Night Thunder Series, powered by Tim's Dirt Track Simulators, here from race number 1 at the Williams Grove Speedway. Dom, good evening. How are you, my friend?
Doing pretty good, Mike. How about yourself?
Good. Ready for 2 races here tonight, Williams Grove and Lanier. Got a pretty sizable field here, close to 40 cars. I believe 41 cars in the server right now. Waiting for drivers' meeting to end. I think we're getting close here. I know the Jason Johnson Memorial Race a week from Thursday the 25th, I believe. Going to have Bobby Johnson on the broadcast as well. Do a quick interview with her. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of good things happening with that. So a week from Thursday, the Jason Johnson Memorial Race here on the Dirt Racing Network with the Dirt Slingers. Pretty cool deal we got set up there. Hello, Bart. Should be getting the word to click over so we can go to qualifying. Going to have both Dom and myself calling a bunch of the action here tonight, trying to work Dom in a little bit more, get him a little more comfortable here on the Dirt Racing Network. So we'll see what he can do here tonight as well. Still waiting on race control. Should be a few more seconds and we should be ready to go to qualifying. Going to have 5 heat races here tonight. Probably a C main, a B main, and then a 30-lap A main here tonight. And then we're going to head over to the Lanier Speedway. Should be a pretty fast and furious race there. Rod, watching from Homer, Georgia. Well, I appreciate you watching there, Rod. Looks like we had 33 cars take a practice lap. I believe there's about 40 cars in the server. Dom, what do you think we're going to see here from Williams Grove? I'm not sure if you've called a Williams Grove race here on the Dirt Racing Network before. It's pretty adventurous and pretty fun for these guys to race around here at the Williams Grove Speedway.
Yeah, you're right, Mike. This is the first time that I've seen a Williams Grove race. It'll be interesting to watch. Excited to see a new track. A little bit bigger than what we're used to. Takes a little bit longer to get around here, but looking for some good racing as always. And with how many cars we have supposedly in the server here, see how it all goes down. Should be competitive nonetheless.
All right, going to let the time run out. We've got about 15 seconds left. And then we're going to head to the national anthem. You go to dirtslingersracing.com to apply. There, dirtslingersracing.com is where to apply. All right, going to send it down to tonight's national anthem.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, we are back here. Got about a minute and 10 seconds left here in qualifying. A couple cars still on the racetrack. Corey Wenzel, fast qualifier, 18.483. 18.483 for Corey Wenzel. Cameron Merriman, Joe Isabel, John Batista, Tyler Schell, the top five. Watching Matt Henninger right now on the racetrack, going to complete his qualifying effort. Anthony Lopresto right here. I think he's going to complete his laps. Currently in the 20th position. Anthony Lopresto here up off turn number 4 to complete his qualifying lap. Going to stay in the 20th position. Let's see who else is out here. Alex Good, currently 26th on the board. 18.836. Gonna run out of time on this one as the time is gonna expire. Looks like we had 38 cars take time. 38 cars took time. Gonna have 5 heat races come onto the racetrack. 8 laps per heat. All right. Getting everybody here. It looks like we got 8 here. Starting on the pole is going to be the 88 and that of Corey Wenzel. Starting on his outside, in the second spot, in the 1, that is Rylan Gray. Starting in the 3rd position in the Black Diamond Motorsports, UDTV, Tim Sims, Sim Styles. Number 1 from Pittsboro, Indiana, that is Mason Hannigan. Starting 4th in the 159, that is Josh Hall. Starting 5th in the JZ iRacing Photography, number 24 from Fremont, Ohio, that is Alex Staudiger. Starting 6th in the 86 from Lebanon, Missouri, that is Alex Good. And starting in the 7th spot from Glendale Heights, Illinois, the Dirt Racing Network Alzheimer's Awareness number 14, that is Jeff Peterson. And starting in 8th, in the 13, that is Cody Kelly. So 8 cars, 8 laps. Top 3 to tonight's A main. Top 2 the pole dash. Everybody else through the consolations. Gonna go around one more time. I'm going to take the call on this one. Dom will have heat race number 2 and number 4. And then we'll finish up with 5 heat races here tonight for race number 1 here at the Williams Grove Speedway. All right, pace truck about ready to hit pit road. Corey Wenzel, Rylan Gray on the front row. Green flag. Good jump by Corey Wenzel out front. Rylan Gray, Mason Hannigan battling for the second position. Gray's going to take over. Second gets into Wenzel. Rylan Gray's going to take over the race lead after that. Josh Hall looking on the outside of Corey Wenzel for the second spot. Down the back straightaway they go. Corey Wenzel in second. Josh Hall third. Alex Staudiger fourth. Mason Hannigan in fifth. Rylan Gray completing lap number 2. Pulling away from second place Corey Wenzel. 3 wide behind him. Alex Staudiger, Josh Hall, Mason Hannigan. Staudiger going to take over third. Josh Hall fourth. Mason Hannigan fifth. Alex Good, Jeff Peterson, Cody Kelly. The top 8. Wenzel's trying to rebound after that. Lap 1 contact with Rylan Gray. Going to have 4 laps to go here off turn number 4. Everybody pretty much single file here as they worked off turn number 2. Corey Wenzel going to try for the race lead. Drag racing into turn number 3. Wenzel on the bottom. Rylan Gray on the outside. Corey Wenzel back to the race lead. Rylan Gray in second. Mason Hannigan up to third. Alex Staudiger fourth. Josh Hall currently in fifth. Corey Wenzel on the bottom side of the racetrack. Rylan Gray up against the outside fence. Mason Hannigan, good run there off turn number 4 to take over the second spot with 2 laps to go. Good battle for the second spot shaping up here. Rylan Gray, Mason Hannigan. White flag in the air this time. Side by side. For the second spot, Rylan Gray gets into Mason Hannigan. It's going to allow Corey Wenzel to really pull away. Hannigan second, Rylan Gray third, Alex Good in fourth. Corey Wenzel will win heat race number 1. Mason Hannigan second, Rylan Gray third, Alex Good fourth. Josh Hall will come home in fifth. Jeff Peterson, Cody Kelly, and Alex Staudiger.
Looks like the bottom line's where you want to be early.
Yeah, that'll start to widen out. We get a little bit of a bunch of bumps here as well, especially off the corners, and it's going to be an interesting night for sure here at the Williams Grove Speedway.
Staudiger kind of got the bad end of the deal there at the end. Got turned right before the finish line.
All right, Heat 2 coming on to the racetrack now. Looks like we are going to get only 8, I believe. Waiting on Shea Paulo. Scott King fan club in the house here tonight. Ryan Wilson supposed to be grading up here, but I don't think he's in the server, so we're going to go with 8. Starting on the pole here for heat race number 2. In the 314, that is Cameron Merriman. Starting on his outside in the Elbows Up Sim Sport. Over the wall photography. Number 21 from Hanford, California, that is Shea Paulo. Starting in the 3rd spot in the Elbows Up Sim Sport. Wicked Energy Gum. Number 79 from New Paris, Ohio, that is Billy Raleigh. Starting, oh, I missed one. Sorry. Starting in third spot, or fourth spot, excuse me, in the 17, that is Chris Monroe. Starting fifth, in the 7-11, that is William Evans. Starting sixth in the 53, that is Bob Ramundo. Starting in the 7th spot, in the number 91, Black Diamond Motorsports machine, that is Ernie Williams. Starting 8th in the 71, that is Cameron Merriman. 8 cars going 8 laps. Top 3 to tonight's A main. Top 2 the pole dash. Everybody else through the consolations here in heat race number 2. And on the call, Dom is going to take over the call here for heat race number 2.
Getting ready to go green here with heat race number 2. Mike giving you the lineups there. Merriman and Apollo on the front row. The control cars to get us started. Not going to pull off this time. We're going to go green. We're waiting on Merriman. Green flag in the air. Merriman on the throttle, and he's got the lead early as they head off into 1 and 2. It's Merriman and Apollo, 1 and 2, and then a bunch of cars back there, 2, 3 wide, as they make their way into 3 and 4. Cameron, Merriman, Shea, Apollo, the front 2, 3 wide battle back there between Rowley, Monroe, and Evans for that 3rd transfer spot. 1 lap complete. Cameron Merriman still out front, 3 wide back there for that 3rd spot. Still, Rowley holds on to it with the time being. Now Paulo going to start to feel the pressure from them behind as well. 2 laps down. Cameron Merriman still out front. Billy Rowley now into 2nd. Jay Paulo falling back to 3rd. Christopher Monroe in 4th. 3rd spot is held on by Paulo right now, but he's feeling the pressure from Monroe. Paulo down on that inside line. Heavy pressure from Monroe and Ernie Williams back there. Now he's going to take a look to the inside. Try to make a move on Rowley. Nothing doing from top 2, starting to pull away from Paulo. Good battle back here as Ernie Williams up to that 4th spot. Now trying to make a run on Shea Paulo. Can't make it work. Paulo to the inside this time through 3 and 4. Around 4 laps now complete. Shea Paulo still holding on to that transfer spot. Christopher Monroe trying to make a move on Ernie Williams as well. Here they come around this time. Paulo a little bit more breathing room this time through 3 and 4. Held him off so far. He's got to hold him off for 3 more laps. We'll see if he can do it. Excuse me, 2 to go that time. Here we go. Once again, Williams all over the back of Shea Paulo. Enter 3 and 4. This time the white flag will be in the air. Can Shea Paulo survive the pressure one more time? Here they come through the front stretch. White flag in the air for your leaders. It's still Cameron Merriman out front and Billy Rowley in 2nd. Shea Paulo holding down that final transfer position. Ernie Williams has got 1 more corner to try to make it work. Not going to happen as they head out of 4. Cameron Merriman takes the win. Billy Rowley in 2nd and Shea Paulo in 3rd.
All right, Heat 3 coming on to the racetrack now. Did have a little bit of contact in that one. 2 cars hit the inside fence on the front straightaway. I saw it was William Evans. I wasn't sure who else did as well. But Heat 3, starting on the pole in the number 37, that is Joe Isabel. Starting in the 2nd spot in the 257, that is John Lopresto. Starting in the 3rd position in the Black Diamond Motorsports, Tim Sims Ultimate Dirt TV 19 Design, number 80 from Plymouth, Wisconsin, that is Josh Stanky. Oops. Miss Peyton Grease there. Starting in the 4th spot in the Ted Brown's Quality Paint and Body Shop, number 292 from Hobstead, Indiana. That is Peyton Grease. Starting in the 5th position in the Elbows Up Sim Sport Catch Fence Apparel, number 29 from Bloomington, Indiana, that is Dustin Griffiths. And starting in 6th in the 59, that is Casey Gus. Starting 7th in the Bill Russell Ford, number 96 from Starksville, Mississippi, that is Matt Dixon. And starting in 8th in the 751, that is Carl Prather. 8 cars here in heat race number 3. Going 8 laps. Top 3 to tonight's A main. Top 2 the pull dash. Everybody else through the consolations. All right, pace truck's about ready to hit pit road. Green flag.
Green flag, green flag.
Joe Isabel out front. Josh Stanky in the 2nd spot. John Lopresto in 3rd. Peyton Grease, Dustin Griffiths side by side for the 4th spot. Off turn number 4. Single file. Going into turn number 1, Dustin Griffiths dives to the inside. Looking for that 4th position on Peyton Grease. Still Joe Isabel out front. Josh Stanky in the 2nd position. John Lopresto 3rd. In that 3rd and final transfer spot. Isabel into turns 3 and 4. Everybody's still pretty much on the bottom. A couple guys running up against the outside fence. Front 5 still single file. Going into turn number 1. You throw a blanket over them. Through turns 1 and 2. Top 4 right up against the outside fence that time. Isabel to the bottom. Stanky to the outside. 4 laps to go here off turn number 4. Stanky looking to the inside now on Joe Isabel for the race lead. Can't do it. Gonna fall back in line. Still John Lopresto hanging on to that 3rd spot. 3 laps to go this time for Joe Isabel and Josh Stanky diving into turn number 1. Joe Isabel hanging tough on that outside lane. Josh Stanky on the inside. 2 laps to go this time. Great racing here at the front of the field with the top 5. Joe Isabel, Josh Stanky, Dustin Griffiths coming to life in the 3rd spot. Side by side for 2nd, side by side for 4th with the white flag in the air as Joe Isabel gets the outside fence. Going to allow Dustin Griffiths to take over the race lead. Josh Stanky in 2nd, Peyton Grease in 3rd. Dustin Griffiths down the back straightaway. Peyton Grease going to take over 2nd. Josh Stanky 3rd, John Lopresto 4th, Joe Isabel in 5th. But here off turn number 4, Dustin Griffiths will win. Peyton Grease will finish in 2nd. Josh Stanky 3rd, John Lopresto 4th, Joe Isabel, Matt Dixon, Casey Gus, and Carl Prather. You don't get many exciting heat races like that, let me tell you, Dom.
And I thought that Isabel was going to hang on to it. He was surviving the pressure, and then at the last minute gets into that outside wall and goes from 1st to 5th. Man, tough deal there.
All right, getting heat 4 onto the racetrack now. Waiting for one more 2 grid. All right, looks like everybody is gridded up. Gonna have 8 more here in heat race number 4. Starting on the pole in the Black Diamond Motorsports Ultimate Dirt TV, number 54 from Ellington, Florida. That is John Batista. Starting in the 2nd spot. In the Brent Marks Racing Sim Team, M&M Painting Construction, Wicked Cushion, number 5 from York, Pennsylvania. That is Jeremy Zarfos. Starting in the 3rd spot. In the Quick Trip in Ford Racing. Number 2 from Tulsa, Oklahoma. That is Scott Thompson. New name here. I don't remember ever seeing Scott. Starting in the 4th spot, in the elbows up Sim Sport. Number 25, that is Richie Preston. Starting in the 5th position in the Brent Marks Racing Sim Team, Baps Auto Supply, Wicked Cushion. Number 15 from Farmington, Minnesota, that is Michael Sheridan. Starting in the 6th spot, in the number 6, that is Jeremy Isabel. Starting 7th in the Team SKD Scott King's Design, number 25 from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, that is Scott King. Starting 8th in the Kinzer Racing Sim Team, Mosaic Valley Transportation, Wicked Cushion, number 11 from Waverly, Nebraska, that is Cole Newhoffen. 8 cars going 8 laps, top 3 to tonight's A-Main, top 2 the pole dash. Everybody else through the consolations. Dom on the call for race number 4.
All right, let's give this a try once again. And I agree with you, Mike. Sounds like we have a new racer joining us here in this 4th heat. In that 3rd position. It's John Batista, and Jeremy Zarfo is going to lead us around. Pace truck off this time, about to go green. Green flag in the air. Here we go. John Batista on the throttle, and he's got the lead heading into 1. Kind of split decision there through the pack, top line and bottom line. Batista holds onto it as they head down the backstretch into 3. Pulls a little bit of a lead as we got 2 wide battle there for that 2nd and 3rd position as they come around 1 lap. Now complete. Batista. Sheridan up to the 2nd spot. He's going to go to the inside this time through 2. Then it's Zarfos, Preston, your top 4. As they have pulled away from the rest of the pack, heading into 3 and 4, making their way around. John Batista choosing that outside line. He holds on here 2 laps down. Sheridan to the inside again this time. Jeremy Zarfo's up to that 3rd spot. Richie Preston and Jeremy Isabel, your top 5. Sheridan on the inside this time. We'll see if we can make that inside line work. Might even lose a little bit of ground to Batista this time as they head into 1 and 2. Zarfo's working that outside line. Now in a battle with Sheridan for that 2nd spot. Zarfo started on the pole, fell back a little bit, now trying to make his way back up. On Batista, outside line, 4 laps down. We're halfway through this 4th heat. Sheridan holding on to that 2nd spot on that bottom line. Richie Preston just hanging back there in that 4th spot, just lurking for that final transfer spot, seeing if Sheridan or Zarfos makes a mistake. Try to capitalize. They're side by side as they head down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Slight advantage for Zarfos as he takes the top line. Sheridan working that bottom line like we've seen all heat. This time it might have gone to Zarfos, and it does. Jeremy Zarfos up into the 2nd spot. Michael Sheridan back to 3rd. Richie Preston still hanging on to that 4th spot. Cole Newhafen into 5th. Come around. White flag in the air this time. 1 lap left to go for your race leader. Still John Batista out front. He's looking to lead from green to checkers. Top 3 staying the same. They'll head into 3 and 4 one more time. John Batista on that outside line coming around to take the win. Jeremy Zarfo is 2nd. Michael Sheridan in 3rd. Richie Preston, Cole Newhoffen, Scott King, Jeremy Isabel, and Scott Thomason rounding out the order. They'll head to our last chance qualifiers here later on.
We're going to get Heat 5 coming on to the racetrack. We're going to have 8 cars. Waiting for 2 more to grid. I know these 2 had connection issues, so we might only have 6. Waiting on 1 more now. Not sure if Chance Crum is here. Might have to go at 7. We're going to go at 7. All right. Starting on the pole here for Heat 5. In the Elbows Up Sim Sport, Fairway Mortgage, BS Air, Catch Fence Apparel number 85 from Millersburg, Pennsylvania. That is Tyler Schell. Starting in the second spot in the Cadillac 110 from Albany, New York. That is Kevin Hanley. Starting third in the Elida Machine and Tool, number 554 from Elida, Ohio. That is David Diller. Starting fourth in the 175. That is Anthony Lopresto. Starting fifth in the Team SETI Cognitive Warriors Wicked Energy Gum number 97 from New York. That is Matt Henniger. Starting sixth in the Black Diamond Motorsports number 90. That is Trevor Royer. And starting in seventh in the Alcatraz Racing JH Graphics number 49 from Tulare, California. That is Jeff Herrick. I said Chance Crum is not here. So 7 cars going 8 laps, top 3 to tonight's A main, top 2 the pole dash. Everybody else through the consolations. Final heat race here in race number 1 here at the Williams Grove Speedway. As soon as we finish up here at Williams Grove, we're going to head to Lanier for race number 2. 2 great races here tonight. Green flag in the air.
Green, green, green.
Good jump by Tyler Schell through turns 1 and 2. David Diller on the bottom side. Kevin Hanley on the outside. Side by side for the second spot. Anthony Lopresto riding in the 4th position. Trevor Royer in 5th. Trevor Royer going to take over 4th. Kevin Hanley is going to take over 2nd, but David Diller on the inside, side by side, going into turn number 3. Everybody still trying to track down Tyler Schell. Side by side for the 2nd spot, going into turn number 1. Kevin Hanley, David Diller. Trevor Royer still in 4th. Matt Henniger in 5th. Tyler Schell out front now by almost a full second over Kevin Hanley and David Diller. Great battle here for the 2nd spot, still side by side through turns 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Tyler Schell gonna see 4 laps to go. But the battle is still for the 2nd spot. Kevin Hanley in the 2nd spot. David Diller in 3rd. Trevor Royer in 4th. Jeff Herrick, Anthony Lopresto, Matt Henniger battling for 5th. 3 laps to go here for Tyler Schell. Kevin Hanley pulling away from David Diller in the 2nd spot. Diller in 3rd. Trevor Royer in 4th. Anthony Lopresto now in 5th. 2 laps to go here off turn number 4 for Tyler Schell. Really wheeling that car off turn number 4. On the bottom side of the racetrack through turns 1 and 2. Kevin Hanley right up against the outside fence. White flag going to be in the air this time here off turn number 4 for Tyler Schell. Kevin Hanley still in 2nd. David Diller in 3rd. Trevor Royer, Anthony Lopresto, the top 5. Tyler Schell working through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag in the air. Tyler Schell will win heat race number 5. Kevin Hanley in 2nd. David Diller 3rd. Trevor Royer, Anthony Lopresto, Jeff Herrick, and Matt Henniger rounding out the 7 cars in heat number 5. All right, going to have a C main coming on to the racetrack now. Going to go 12 laps. Got 15 cars, probably about 12 cars actually. Going to have the top 4 to the rear of tonight's B main. should be going here. Starting on the pole here for tonight's C main. In the 96, that is Matt Dixon. Starting in the second spot. In the 11, that is Cole Newhoffen. Starting third in the 49, that is Jeff Herrick. Starting fourth in the 13, that is Cody Kelly. Starting fifth in the 7-11, that is William Evans. Starting sixth in the 59, that's Casey Gus. Seventh in the number 2, that is Scott Thompson. Starting eighth in the 97, that is Matt Henninger. Starting ninth in the 24, that's Alex Staudiger. Starting 10th in the 53, that's Bob Ramundo. 11th in the 751, that is Carl Prather. 12th in the 6th, that is Jeremy Isabel. Jeremy Isabel is the 12th and final car on the racetrack. So 12 cars going 12 laps. Top 4 to tonight's B main. And on the call for tonight's C main, it's going to be Don.
Thank you, Mike. Like I said, that fourth and final spot is going to be the important one to watch here in this 12-lap C main. Last chance qualifier. Off this time, and we'll get ready to go. Dixon. Flag. Base truck. We'll wait for the green flag to go, and it'll be on Matt Dixon's command. Green flag in the air. Dixon on the throttle. Here we go. Heat main underway here at Williams Grove. Dixon in the lead early as they head out of 2 down the back stretch into 3 and 4 we go. Dixon on that outside. Almost everyone else to the inside. The exit turn 4. It's Dixon. Then Cole Newhoffen, Jeffrey Herrick, the top 3. Fourth spot is Cody Kelly for the time being. The battle being waged. William Evans and Cody Kelly from out of still Matt Dixon at the line, followed closely by Cole Newhoffen. Look to the inside this time as they head down the backstretch. Dixon able to pull away just a little bit. Dixon to the outside, Newhoffen to the inside this time through 3 and 4. On the front stretch we come. That time it's Newhoffen to the lead. New leader here in the C main. 3 laps down. 9 to go. Now Newhoffen, Dixon, Herrick, Cody Kelly still holding on to that transfer position. He got a run. Got a caution here on the raceway. Our first caution of the night.
First caution coming out here. It looks like Matt Dixon and Alex Stout. No, not Alex Stouter. Matt Dixon got together with somebody. We're going to go back and watch that one. Let's see if I can go back here. Matt Dixon running in the 3rd position. I believe that is Cody Kelly. Went too hard into turn number 3. Tried to get on the biters. Got into Matt Dixon to bring out tonight's first caution all the way into the C main for the first caution here tonight.
Making pretty good progress if we can wait till the C.
Yeah.
Especially with 5 heat races. Get our first caution. Reset the order. It's Cole Newhoffen in the lead, followed by Jeffrey Herrick, Cody Kelly, William Evans in that 4th spot, then Alex Staudinger, Casey Gus, Bob Ramundo, Matthew Henninger, Jeremy Isabel, Scott Thompson, and then Matt Dixon finding himself in the back after getting together with Cody Kelly. Around here, truck still on the racetrack. Did 4 laps. Caution comes out, so we'll have 8 laps remaining. Evans now finds himself in that final transfer position.
Hang on, we're not going green. Not going green.
Not going to stay out, so we'll go another lap around. That go before we a little bit bigger track, takes a little bit longer, as Mike was telling me earlier, for these caution laps to take place. Race truck pulling away this time, so Cole Newhoffen will see the green flag out of turn 4 this time. Flag in the air, we are green, and a big jump by Newhoffen over William Evans and Alex Staudinger and Jeffrey Herrick. 3 cars together there. It's the lead over half a second for Newhoffen. He got to the throttle very early. Pulled away here, completing lap number 5. That's William Evans in second, Jeffrey Herrick in third, Alex Staudinger in that final transfer position. Casey Gus, Bob Raimundo, Jeremy Isabel, Matthew Henninger, Matt Dixon, Scott Thompson, and Cody Kelly. Carl Brather, but it's still 0.8 of a second now for your race leader, Cole Newhoffen, over William Evans, Alex Staudinger, and Jeffrey Herrick. Herrick falling back to that 4th position. Got Bob Raimundo chasing him down for that 4th spot. 7 laps now complete. 5 to go for your leaders. Often pulling away, but there's a good battle back here for 2nd and 3rd to William Evans and Alex Staudinger. Jeffrey Herrick back there as well. 8 laps now complete here in this C main. Staudinger holding on to that 2nd spot. William Evans in 3rd, Herrick in 4th. Mundo falling away just a little bit as they head down the backstretch. He's holding on to that 5th place spot. They come out of 4 this time. Lap 9 now in the books. Staudinger still in 2nd. Looks like a battle heating up here for 3rd and 4th between Evans and Herrick. Evans able to pull away down the backstretch. Into the wall that time goes Evans. We'll see if he is able to hold on to that 3rd spot. 2 laps left to go. That lead slowly being chipped away by Alex Staudinger on Cole Newhoffen. This time they'll head into 3 and 4. White flag will be in the air this time. Good battle. Looks like Raimundo made a run. Tried to get that final transfer spot and spun himself out. That'll bring a caution out on the racetrack.
Go back. We'll go back and watch this one. Bob Raimundo got into, I believe that was Jeff Herrick, turned himself around. Bob refired. He's going to drive away. He's going to fall back to the 10th running position. Looks like we're going to have a 1-lap shootout when we take the green flag.
Yeah, sorry about that. Mike talked over you there for a minute, but Raimundo drove it in a little deep, knowing time's running out, trying to get to that final transfer spot. Got himself out. Going to be a good shootout. Looked like Cole Newhoffen have it in the bag, but Staudinger started chipping away at that lead. Now, 1-lap shootout. Eye on that number 1 spot and keep an eye on that number 4 spot. Dixon. Back up. Accident earlier. Now he finds himself in that 5th spot after Raimundo spins out. If he has anything for Jeffrey Herrick here. See if he can back into a transition. Lined up and ready to go. Cole Newhoffen, Alex Staudinger, William Evans, Jeffrey Herrick, your top 4. And Dixon, Henninger, Gus, Thomason, Kelly, Rather, one lap shootout to decide this main L. Gonna pull away this time. We're gonna go green. 1 lap left to go. All in control of Cole Newhoffen. Jumped early this time, waits a little bit longer, but still gets a good pull away from Alex Staudinger as they head into 1 and 2. Rides on that 4th place spot as well. Head into 3 and 4. It's Newhoffen, Staudinger, William Evans, Herrick holding on to that final position for the time being. As we come to the line, it's Newhoffen, Staudinger, Evans, Dixon getting into that 4th spot. Then Herrick, Henninger, Gus, Kelly, Thomason, Hundo, Isabel, and Prather. How about Matt Dixon coming back to claim that final transfer position? Got you there, Mike?
I'm here. Sorry.
Okay.
All right. B main on to the racetrack. Gonna have 16 cars going for the top 5 positions. Starting on the pole here in tonight's B main will be Alex Good. In the 2nd spot will be Ernie Williams. 3rd will be John Lopresto. 4th will be Richie Preston. 5th will be Trevor Royer. 6th will be Josh Hall. 7th will be Chris Monroe. 8th will be Joe Isabel. 9th will be Scott King. 10th will be Anthony Lopresto. 11th will be Jeff Peterson. 12th, Curtis Merriman. 13th, Cole Newhoffen. 14th, Alex Staudinger. 15th, William Evans. And 16th, Matt Dixon. As I said, 16 cars going for the top 5, going 14 laps here in tonight's B main. Going to have a crazy race here to get into those top 5 spots. Got the pole dash once we finish up with this, and then tonight's 30-lap A main to conclude race number 1 here at the Williams Grove Speedway. Track's really starting to widen out. Might even see those bumps really come into play off turn number 2 and turn number 4. The one off turn number 4 really gets treacherous. So it's going to be interesting to see how these guys navigate through that. Pace truck is off. Alex Good, Ernie Williams. Green flag.
Green flag, green flag.
Alex Good dives into turn number 1. Ernie Williams got a good run there off the top. He's going to take over the race lead. Alex Good in 2nd. Richie Preston 3rd. John Lopresto, Trevor Royer the top 5. Completing lap number 1, Ernie Williams. Almost 3 wide going into turn number 1. Richie Preston going to take over 2nd. Trevor Royer on the outside. John Lopresto on the inside for the 3rd spot. Alex Good back into 5th. Joe Isabel 6th. Anthony Lopresto in 7th. Ernie Williams pulling away now almost by 0.8 of a second over Richie Preston, Trevor Royer, and John Lopresto. Completing lap number 3, 11 laps to go here in tonight's B main. Ernie Williams still out front. Richie Preston solidly in the 2nd spot. Still a great battle for the 3rd position. Trevor Royer, John Lopresto. Alex Good, the top 5. Joe Isabel in 6th, looking for that final transfer spot. Ernie Williams off turn number 4 to complete lap number 5. 9 laps to go. 1.1 seconds over Richie Preston in the 2nd spot. Trevor Royer in 3rd. John LaPresto 4th. Alex Good in 5th. Ernie Williams off turn number 4. One more time. Still about the same gap. Back to Richie Preston, Trevor Royer, John LaPresto, Joe Isabel. Cross flag's going to be in the air this time here off turn number 4 for Ernie Williams. 7 down, 7 to go. Richie Preston in that 2nd spot. Trevor Royer in 3rd. John LaPresto, Joe Isabel now. Cole Newhoffen going to move Joe Isabel right out of the way. Caution on the racetrack. Saw that one live as soon as we clicked to it. Going to go back and watch that one. Cole Newhoffen dove hard into turn number 3. Got alongside Joe Isabel. Got him up into the outside fence. It's going to end Joe Isabel's night. Think he's going to be very happy about that one.
No, probably not. There wasn't much room there, often at all, to get underneath him.
Joe Isabel, first one to take it to pit road here in tonight's B main. Still got 15 cars running on the racetrack. Ernie Williams, Richie Preston, Trevor Royer, John LaPresto, Alex Good, the top 5. Chris Monroe, Alex Stottiger, William Evans, Anthony LaPresto, Matt Dixon, the top 10. Still looking for the top 5, so currently Alex Good in that 5th and final transfer spot.
Really starting to like how this track's wearing in, Mike. A lot of good racing all over.
There is, yeah. I mean, you got some guys that still like to work the bottom, work through the middle. You got a lot of guys that run the top. The top does get treacherous. You might get that fence a couple times, but it's a fun racetrack if you can really master the way to get around it. That's for sure.
Definitely think towards the back I've seen a little bit of 4 wide at times.
All right, pace truck's off. Green flag. 6 laps to go. Ernie Williams. Richie Preston in the front 2. Trevor Royer riding in the 3rd spot. John LaPresto, Alex Good still the top 5. 5 laps to go this time here off turn number 4 for Ernie Williams. Trevor Royer on the bottom side in the 3rd spot. John LaPresto, Alex Good still the top 5. 4 laps to go this time by here off turn number 4 for Ernie Williams. Alex Stottiger going to take over the 5th spot. Alex Good back to 6th. Chris Monroe 7th. William Evans, Curtis Merriman, Anthony LaPresto, the top 10. Ernie Williams going to see 3 laps to go this time. Richie Preston still right there, not letting him get too far away. Alex Stottiger still in the 5th and final transfer spot. He's looking to try to go around John LaPresto here on the outside for the 4th spot. Couldn't do it. Ernie Williams going to see 2 laps to go. 9 more. Caution on the racetrack. Cole Newhoffen on his side here off turn number 2. Go back and see what happened to Cole here. William Evans got the outside fence, came down right in front of Cole Newhoffen. Both cars hard into the inside fence. Both cars taking it to pit road. Looks like their night is going to be over. Looks like we're going to have a 2-lap shootout to decide tonight's B main. As soon as we finish up with this, we're going to have tonight's pole dash and then the 30-lap A main here for race number 1 from the Williams Grove Speedway. Race number 2 will be at the Lanier Speedway. Once again, a quick reminder, a week from Thursday will be the Jason Johnson Memorial Race here live on the Dirt Racing Network with the Dirt Slingers. Bobby Johnson scheduled to make a guest appearance. Jason Johnson Racing, been a great partner as well. They have put up special plaques for the top 3 drivers. Got those printed up from the people at Jason Johnson Racing, Bobby Johnson, and all those guys, David Gravel as well. So it was great to see. But yeah, a week from Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, the Jason Johnson Memorial Race here live on the Dirt Racing Network with the Dirt Slingers. Special guest, Bobby Johnson. All right, pace truck's off. B-Main, 2 laps to go. Ernie Williams got the inside fence right there at the drop of the green flag. Green flag back in the air. Richie Preston in the 2nd spot. Trevor Royer on his outside. John Lopresto in the 4th position. Alex Staudiger in 5th. Ernie Williams going to see the white flag this time by. Ernie Williams right up against the outside fence. Richie Preston on the bottom. Down the back straightaway. Alex Staudiger in the 5th spot. Ernie Williams off turn number 4. And looks like he will win tonight's B-Main. Richie Preston 2nd. Trevor Royer 3rd. John Lopresto 4th. Alex Staudiger will be in that 5th and final transfer spot.
It's the first time for everything, isn't it, Mike?
It is.
That's a new restart strategy I've never seen before.
Yeah. Hit the inside fence, and then you'll be good.
Bottle everybody up behind you.
All right, pole dash coming onto the racetrack. Sorry, Scott. We got John Batista, Mason Hannigan, Billy Raleigh, Cameron Merriman, Jeremy Zarfos, Dustin Griffiths, Kevin Hanley, Corey Wenzel. 2, 4, 6. Tyler Shell. Waiting on one more. Peyton Greaves will be the 8th car, or 10th car, excuse me. We're going to have 10 cars. Going to go 6 laps. It's going to set the first 5 rows of tonight's A-Main. All right, getting them lined up here on the back straightaway. Going 6 laps. Going to set the first 5 rows of tonight's A-Main. Tyler Shell, John Batista on the front row. Green flag. Tyler Shell on the bottom side of the racetrack. Going to pull away big time over John Batista. Riding in the second spot, Corey Wenzel. Corey Wenzel. Cameron Merriman going to take over third. Corey Wenzel in fourth. Peyton Grease fifth. Grease looking on the inside. Couldn't do it that time. Billy Raleigh right there riding in the sixth spot. Everybody still trying to track down Tyler Shell. Off turn number 4 to complete lap number 2. 4 laps to go. John Batista still in second. Cameron Merriman in third. Corey Wenzel in fourth. Billy Raleigh now in fifth. Cross flags, 3 laps to go for Tyler Shell. John Batista still riding in second. Cameron Merriman closing in. Gonna see 2 laps to go. This time by here off turn number 4 for Tyler Shell. Crazy racing back here from about 5th on back. Billy Raleigh, Jeremy Zarfos, Mason Hannigan. White flag in the air for Tyler Shell. Still John Batista in second. Cameron Merriman looking on his outside. Second spot up for grabs down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Tyler Shell is going to come off turn number 4. He will win tonight's pole dash. Cameron Merriman will finish in second. John Batista third. Corey Wenzel fourth. Peyton Grease will finish in fifth. All right, race control is going to get these guys to line up here on the back straightaway, get that final running order. As he does that, we're going to go to a quick commercial. Might get a quick warm-up session waiting for race control. So far, Dom, what have you seen about Williams Grove that since it's your first broadcast here at the racetrack?
Seems pretty wide. You can almost go 4 wide into the corners, and it's good racing. The track's really wore in well with all these cars we've had out here. It's getting really racy, and I'm excited for this feature. It's gonna be a good race.
Looking forward to it. See if we can go flag to flag. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. With it being a little bit bigger, it seems like cars can spread out a little bit. Not as many cautions, which is always a good thing.
All right, getting ready to grid here. All right, all 20 cars gridded here. Pitch truck is rolling. Going to give you from 10th on back, 11th on back. Starting in the 11th spot will be Rylan Gray. Starting 12th will be Shea Paulo. 13th will be Josh Stanky. 14th, Michael Sheridan. 15th will be David Diller. 16th, Ernie Williams. 17th, Richie Preston. 18th, Trevor Royer. 19th, John Lepresto. And 20th will be Alex Stautiger. Race control is going to let these guys take the Irish and green flag. Can rearrange those first 5 rows and how they finished in tonight's pole dash. He will cut them loose for 30 green flag only laps here for race number 1 here at the Williams Grove Speedway. As soon as we finish up, we're going to head to Lanier. Get race number 2 underway. Should be going from one of the biggest tracks on the server to one of the smallest. So it's going to be a pretty wild night here with Williams Grove and then heading to Lanier.
Green, green, green.
All right, they're going to take the iRacing green flag. Race control is going to rearrange the first 3 rows. Guys are getting lined up. It's going to be Tyler Schell and Cameron Merriman on the front row. John Batista, Corey Wenzel, Peyton Grease, Billy Raleigh, Mason Hannigan, Dustin Griffiths, Jeremy Zarfos, and Kevin Hanley. Got a lap and a half to go before we cut them loose. 20 cars making the call for tonight. Getting ready to go green this time. Tyler Schell, Cameron Merriman on the front row. John Batista, Corey Wenzel. Row 2. Peyton Grease, Billy Raleigh. Row 3. And we are racing green flag. Great jump by Tyler Schell. Headed into turn number 1. Cameron Merriman right up against the outside fence in the 2nd spot. John Batista in 3rd. Corey Wenzel on the bottom side in 4th. Billy Raleigh looking to go by Peyton Grease for 5th. Everybody making it through turns 3 and 4. Tyler Schell already pulling away. So is Cameron Merriman. John Batista still riding in the 3rd spot. Corey Wenzel, Billy Raleigh. 3 wide for the 5th spot with Jeremy Zarfos and Peyton Grease. Off turn number 4. We have a couple cars getting together. Dustin Griffiths gonna come bring out a caution. Saw a couple guys get together there working through turns 3 and 4. Dustin Griffiths looks like Rylan Gray back there as well. And then Griffiths just got around enough to bring out the caution flag. Some great 2 and 3 wide racing there for 2 laps or so there, Dom. And hopefully we can just kind of keep them straight and keep everybody going in the right direction.
Yeah, I was going to say, safest place to be is out front right now, because anywhere behind third or fourth, it is just chaos back there right now.
Pretty much. Re-racking it here. It is Tyler Shell, Cameron Merriman, John Batista, Corey Wenzel, Jeremy Zarfos, Peyton Grease, Billy Raleigh, Mason Hannigan, Kevin Hanley, and Josh Stanky, the top 10. All right, pace truck lights are going to go out, going to go green next time. All right, Tyler Shell, Cameron Merriman, John Batista, Corey Wenzel, Jeremy Zarfos, the top 5. Pace truck's off. Shell, green flag back in the air.
Green, green, green.
Good jump by Tyler Shell through turns 1 and 2. Cameron Merriman in the second spot. John Batista, Corey Wenzel. Good run there by Batista off turn number 2. Closing in on Merriman for the second spot. It's Tyler Shell gets the outside fence there off turn number 4. Merriman's going to look on his outside, going to dive to the inside now going into turn number 1. Trying to get alongside Tyler Shell. Can't do it. Side by side down the back straightaway for the race lead. Cameron Merriman, Tyler Shell, John Batista coming into this battle. 3-car battle for the race lead as they go into turn number 1.
A great 3-car battle out front. And here goes Cameron Merriman to the lead. He went a crossover move on Batista, then slide job on Shell. Here comes Shell back to the inside in 3 and 4. Tyler Shell now your race leader. As they come out of 4, it's going to be a battle down the front stretch, drag race. Give it to Cameron Merriman. He'll stay up front as they enter 1 and 2. Or excuse me, it's Tyler Shell out front, Merriman back to second. Then it's John Batista, your top 3. They've pulled just a little bit away from Zarfos and now Grease, who are doing battle back there in 4th and 5th. Pick your position. There's a battle everywhere over the track, all over the track. We got a caution now on the raceway as we've completed about 7 laps.
Michael Sheridan around in turns 3 and 4. Going to go back and see what happened to him. Looks like John Lopresto got the inside fence. Michael Sheridan just had nowhere to go. And that's going to bring out the second caution here in tonight's A-Main.
Oh, Mike, we're only about 7 laps in, and the action has been awesome so far.
Yeah, like you said, the first 2 or 3 cars, they're racing together, and then it's just mayhem behind them. But still got about 23 laps or so, 22 laps when these guys take the green flag, and plenty of time left to put on a show. Going to be, we're going to go back here, see if we can get to go. Tyler Shell, Cameron Merriman, John Batista, Jeremy Zarfos, Peyton Grease, Corey Wenzel, Kevin Hanley, Billy Raleigh, Mason Hannigan, and Richie Preston, the top 10. right, pace truck's about ready to hit pit road. Green flag back in the air.
Green, green, green.
Tyler Shell out front. Cameron Merriman in second. John Batista third. Jeremy Zarfos in fourth. Peyton Grease in fifth. Everybody pretty much single file now through the top 5. Tyler Shell out front. Cameron Merriman not letting him get too far away. John Batista on the bottom side of the racetrack. Jeremy Zarfos riding in fourth. Peyton Grease in fifth. Tyler Shell still out front. Front 2 cars right up against the outside fence here off turn number 4. Tyler Shell at the line going into turn number 1.
Shell holding on. Cameron Merriman to the outside. They're running the top 2 line. Then it's John Batista and Zarfos choosing that bottom line through 2. We'll see where they go. Everyone elects the top line through 3 and 4. You have to go back to Grease in 5th to finally find someone running that bottom line. Tyler Shell, just a 0.2 of a second lead over Merriman. Batista liking that bottom line in 1 and 2. We'll see if he goes back to the top here in 3 and 4. Single file through the top 4, but still close together. This time Zarfos to the bottom in 3 and 4, coming across now, completing another lap, about 12 in the books.
Tyler.
Make their way down the back stretch. They go into 3 and 4. Tyler Shell still hanging on, down to a 1/10 of a second now as we have a good battle down the back stretch. Shell still has it as he heads off into 1.
Tyler Shell through turns 1 and 2. Pulled away a little bit there. Got about 4 car lengths back to Cameron Merriman. A long way back to John Batista and Jeremy Zarfos battling for 3rd. Peyton Grease riding in 5th. Closing in on 15 laps to go. Cameron Merriman all over Tyler Shell here down the back straightaway going into turn number 3. Merriman going to throw the slide job here in 3 and 4. Tyler Shell's going to cross him back over side by side at the line. Looks like Merriman had it that time going into turn number 1. Shell with the slide job through turns 1 and 2. Merriman's going to battle back on the inside. Cameron Merriman edges ahead into turns 3 and 4. He's going to slide up. Tyler Shell's going to cross him back over side by side at the line going into turn number 1. Great racing here at the front of the field. Tyler Shell and Cameron Merriman putting on a show. Down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4 they go. Both cars right up against the outside fence. Good battle back behind them between Batista and Zarfos for the 3rd spot as well. Closing in on 10 laps to go. Working off turn number 2. Tyler Shell pulls away now by 8-10 car lengths going into turn number 3. Off turn number 4, Tyler Shell. Cameron Merriman, Jeremy Zarfos, John Batista, and Richie Preston as they come off turn number 2.
Yeah, good battles all over the racetrack. Depends which ones you want to look at. Battle for 1st and 2nd, and battle 3rd and 4th. Zarfos and Batista going at it as they make their way out of 3 and 4. These top 3 spots are not going to be easy to get tonight. They're side by side. Zarfos, or Batista that time, at the line. That was 0.02 of a second separating those two as they came across. Back up front, it's still Tyler Shell out front of Cameron Merriman by 0.2 of a second as we're closing in on less than 10 laps left to go.
Merriman got the outside fence through turns 1 and 2, falling way back now. Tyler Shell's got a 1.5 second lead as they cross the line going into turn number 1 with 10 laps to go. Tyler Shell, Cameron Merriman, Jeremy Zarfos, John Batista still battling for that 3rd spot. Richie Preston in 5th. He wants to get into this battle. Kevin Hanley still riding in 6th. Best battle on the racetrack now is for the third spot. Jeremy Zarfos, John Batista, Richie Preston. Gonna close in on 5 laps to go here for race leader Tyler Schell, 1.3 seconds. Merriman is cut into that race lead by a couple tenths. Now it's 1.1 second. Cameron Merriman, see if he can catch Tyler Schell. Jeremy Zarfos now into third. John Batista fourth. Richie Preston in fifth. Tyler Schell at the line going into turn number 1.
We have a 4-way battle back here for the third position. Kevin Hanley has now joined the battle as well. Good battle for that final spot as we're starting to close in on the end of our feature. Tyler Schell still pulling away, just over a second still over Cameron Merriman for that second spot. Got about 5 laps left to go here in this feature. They head down the backstretch, still Tyler Schell out front, just a couple hundredths of a second over 1 second lead. Maybe into the wall there, and again, just a little bit for Merriman. This time it's almost a second flat as they go through 1 and 2 between first and second. Zarfos still hanging on for that third place position. 3 and 4 this time. Leading lap number 29. 4 laps left to go here in this feature. Under a second, Merriman is coming, but he might not have enough time as they head through 3 and 4. This time there'll be 3 laps left to go.
3 to go for race leader Tyler Schell with the caution flag coming out. Billy Raleigh on his side in 3 and 4. See what happened to Billy here. Mason Hannigan a little too hot going into turn number 3. Gets into Billy Raleigh. Turns him around. Billy Raleigh's night is over. Well, it was not sure if Merriman was going to catch him. Now he's got 3 laps to get it done as he's going to be right on the tail tank of Tyler Schell. See if he can do it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, Mike. Luckiest person in the place right now is Cameron Merriman. He was closing, but I think he was out of time. Got all the time in the world now to try to make the move.
All right, top 10 is Tyler Schell, Cameron Merriman, Jeremy Zarfos, Richie Preston, John Batista, Kevin Hanley, Josh Stanky, Peyton Grease, Corey Wenzel, and Mason Hannigan, the top 10. Lights out on the pace truck, going green next time. Going to have 3 laps to go. All right, Tyler Schell, Cameron Merriman, Jeremy Zarfos, Richie Preston, John Batista, the top 5. 3 laps to go. Reminder, as soon as we finish up here at Williams Grove, we're going to head to Lanier. A lot of these guys are going to go to race number 2, so it should be another great race. But we got 3 laps to go to finish here at the Williams Grove Speedway. Green flag is in the air.
Green, green, green.
Tyler Schell right up against the outside fence. Cameron Merriman. Jeremy Zarfos, front 3 pulling away from Richie Preston, riding in the 4th spot. Cameron Merriman, 3 car lengths here off turn number 4. 2 laps to go for Tyler Schell. Schell through turns 1 and 2, down the back straightaway, over the bumps, into turns 3 and 4. Merriman closing in, got it to under a car length all over the tail tank. White flag in the air this time. Tyler Schell, Cameron Merriman out front. Merriman might have got the fence a couple times there off turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, one last effort through turns 3 and 4 as Shell gets into the outside fence. Tyler Shell will win here at Williams Grove. Cameron Merriman second. Ooh, looks like maybe John Batista. I think it was Jeremy Zarfos going to finish in third. John Batista fourth and Richie Preston fifth.
That's what I got on my score sheet.
All right. That's what we're going to go with. Great racing here all over the racetrack, especially at the front of the field within the top 5. These guys put on a show here tonight. All right, we're going to get these guys in the channel. Get a quick word with these guys before we head to race number 2. Perfect. All right. Jeremy, got a copy?
I do.
All right, man. Great racing all over. Just didn't have enough for those top 2, but kept it in the top 3 all night long and came home with a third. Talk about the race from the driver's seat.
It was a lot of fun. I don't run this fixed series. I hate it because I have bad luck in it, and I'm terrible. But it's Williams Grove. It's my home track, so it was a lot of fun. I knew it was going to be slick. I could move around. I felt like I could go to the top, the middle, especially the middle at the early in the race there. I could sort of drive off guys right rear and just keep my momentum up to make passes. Once I got here to third, I kind of leveled out. Those guys up in front are for good reason, are really, really good. So it was a lot of fun. And there at the end, Richie was actually better than me. So I was just sort of hanging on. I don't know where he was running. I could hear him, but I was just trying to search a little bit after that restart for the last 2 laps or so, because I could tell he was better. I just didn't know where.
All right, man. Any thank yous before we let you go get ready for race number 2?
Yeah, absolutely. Brent Martin.
Jeremy, say that all again. You faded away.
Sheridan was here tonight, but M&M Painting and Construction, Babs Auto Paint Supply, Alkaline 88, Nice Creek Concrete, Landis Block, all the guys at Brent Mark's team. Thanks.
All right, man. Congrats on that third place.
Thank you.
Third place, Jeremy Zarfos. Get Cam here in the channel. Cameron, got a copy?
Yeah.
All right, man. Great racing there with Tyler all night long, and we saw you get the caution there with a couple laps to go, and I think it renewed your vigor to go get them. Just talk about how it was there from the driver's seat.
Yeah, I'm actually not sure whether I would have had a better chance if the caution came out or didn't. My dad, Curtis, didn't make the feature, so he was keeping an eye on the splits for me. And on good laps down the stretch there, I was pulling 2 to 3 tenths on Tyler, so I would have been within a car length on the last lap, I think. And you know, in that type of situation, maybe Tyler's mind isn't so ready to defend, but with the restart, he's definitely got the mindset, and you always can get an advantage going into one down the front stretch on a restart as a leader. So it was difficult in that respect, and obviously the track being worn out, you know, we're all racing with setups we're not familiar with, which takes a large toll on your racecraft, you know, being able to make a pass and then making it stick. That down the stretch, I just didn't have enough time over Tyler to make it past him. You know, it was good racing, but felt like I was the quickest one there at the end, but obviously not quick enough.
All right, man. Any thank yous before we let you go get ready for the next one?
Sure, all you fellas at DSRL that put this on is awesome. Coming out here Monday night, always something to look forward to. So thanks for casting it, and we'll see you in the next race.
All right. Congrats on that second place, man.
Thank you.
Second place, Cameron Merriman. Get Tyler here in the channel really quick. Tyler, got a copy?
Yep. Can you hear me? Yeah,
I got you, man. Great win here tonight. Great battling with Cameron all night, and just talk about how it was there from the driver's seat.
It was eventful because when we were gridding, when we were going to pace, car wouldn't turn right. So hit the wall and bent the left front. So we were already behind the 8 ball. So then it didn't help coming off 2 on the first lap. I hit the wall again. So I was definitely my car was broke the whole time. So I kind of was just in defense mode for all 30 laps, just trying to keep my momentum up and just run a line where I couldn't really be passed. I knew the bottom, if I didn't keep my momentum, he was just going to blast me. And I knew he was just a little tick better than me coming off 4, so I just cut it off a little bit. So I knew he was definitely better than me. I think he mid-race he got into the wall, and it stretched the gap like 2 seconds between me and him. And he ran about a second out of it with 3 to go, and he was going to catch me probably, but I don't know. I think he would probably got to me, but I don't think he could have stuck it all 4. He was trying it the whole race, just didn't have enough drive off. A 4 was too slick.
All right, man. Any thank yous before we let you go get ready for the next one?
Yeah, I'd like to thank everybody that puts this on. This is a great deal. You have this, and then you have the one on Thursday. That's 410. It's a great deal to come and run with you guys. Wish I could do a little bit more on the Monday nights, but I can't. So, and then you guys for broadcast, and then Elbows Up SimSport. Our sponsors: Anderson Speedway, Motorsports Beat, Justice Logistics, Paints by Tune Again, Hergot Real Estate, BS Air, Google All Photographs, Kentrance Apparel, and Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation.
All right, man. Congrats on that win, and talk to you again soon.
Yep. See you.
That is your race winner, Tyler Schell. And any quick thoughts before we get ready for race number 2 there, Dom?
For being the first race that I've seen there, man, it was awesome racing, and excited to shorten the track up a little bit, but probably see most of these guys over here in race number 2.
All right, we're going to shut it down, get ready for race number 2. Give us about 5 minutes